Hey guys, it's Slendy again. Today I got a video of a pretty cool OPR we did. We're on a pretty populated server now, so over here at City of Brass we're getting almost like 2-minute OPR queues. It's great. So I just want to show you kind of how you can get top first place in an OPR, get a guaranteed chest as a healer. I don't DPS. I'm starting to now since I got a nice bow, but anyway, yeah, I don't do any DPS. Full focus, 100 con, 150 con, 300 focus, and then of course, all my healing gear. I alternate a lot between medium and heavy. If they realize who I am and that I'm a healer, and they start going after me, I will definitely go to heavy. But for the most part, I like to stay in medium because you got some pretty nice chunky heals, and as long as you can dodge, stay in your sacred ground, then it's pretty much a GG. And that's a important point I wanted to show you guys. If you can stay in your sacred ground, or you can get your guys to stay in your sacred ground, you can one-shot heal people, heal them to full from like no health. It's amazing, including yourself. In a lot of these fights, you'll see me just, there's 9 or 10 guys on, or no, maybe not that many, but 5 or 6 guys, and as long as I'm in my sacred ground, they can't really hurt me, and it's pretty fun. It's a lot of fun just standing there. I'm not a tank, I don't have full con, and it still takes about 5 or 6 guys that really take me down, and it's hard for them. So yeah, I just wanted to show you a couple of the key points to getting a good score is just participating. I know there's a lot of videos going around that show, how to do the PvE stuff and chop down trees and skin animals. And you could get, decent amount of points doing that. You could probably get top, I don't know. But that's not what I do. I like to participate. Not saying that isn't participating, but I really like to get in there in the fights, heal my guys, and push the points. It's a lot of fun, and if you can heal right, you can get yourself a top spot and really do well. Another thing that helps me a lot is I changed my hotkey for the self heal to my side thumb mouse button. It helps me a lot. I was always fumbling around with my fat fingers, trying to hit control. I tried to change it to alt, and yeah, it just didn't work. And in the beginning here, you could see that another big thing was turning group mode healing off. Group mode healing off allows you to heal anybody on your side, whether they're in your party or not. If you have group mode on, which I think is the default, and I've covered this in another video before, but folks are saying, hey, I'd like to see some gameplay and see what you're doing. Yeah, turning group mode off when you're in a big group like this is amazing. Some people may not know about it. If you don't, it's going to make you heal like a monster, because you can just look at somebody, hit your heal button, your Lights Embrace. If you're not using Lights Embrace or you've never used it, please get it. Best heal in the game. If they're standing in your sacred ground, or you're standing in your own sacred ground, again, you could top somebody off from super low health with one single heal. So that's my key here to staying alive. You'll see me get knocked out of it. I rush back into it as quickly as possible. And when you've got 5 guys beating on you, you're about to die, and you just have enough time to hit that Lights Embrace on yourself. It's godly. I mean, it's amazing. And you'll see that quite a bit in this video. Another thing is, if you group up with 5 people, and kind of do a little pre-made of a 5-man group, if you guys all stay together, you're much more likely to win and succeed. Stay together, push points together, get Baron together. It's really good, helps a lot. And, that's what I was trying to do most of the time anyway. Sometimes you get a little bit spread out, but it's whatever. And one more thing, if you're low on health and you see another team member low on health, do not heal them. Heal yourself. If you die, everybody dies. But I'm sure you guys already, all know that. If you're wondering what my loadout is, it's usually a heavy chest and heavy helm. I run the Void Bent stuff because it's, I like the luck. I like the Constitution. Resilience is amazing. So I do the heavy helm, the heavy chest with the Void Bent, and then I crafted some Shadow Walker stuff for my light legs. Or no, I'm sorry, light. Light legs, and then I have medium boots and medium gloves. I think here I'm using a light boot, the Shadow Walker boots, because I accidentally deleted mine, and yeah, that sucked. So heavy chest, heavy helm, medium gloves, medium boots, light legs. That's the ideal medium loadout, and that's what I'm using here. And as you can see, that they cannot get me down. It's very hard for them. Um, so that's pretty much the main, main things I wanted to cover. Um, Pots, got to use pots, of course. Anytime you can. If you know you're gonna die, start mashing that button. That's another thing I changed is I put my pots on key bindings 1 and 2 because by default they're 3 and 4 because your weapon swaps or your different weapons are 1 and 2. I got rid of that stuff. Like that's one of the first things I did. I was like, what the hell? I'm not going to hit 1 and 2 to change my weapon. So what I did, because here you don't really change your weapon a lot, or I don't, but in dungeons I do, and I go with the Void Gauntlet. So I got to quickly switch to Void Gauntlet, run up to my tank, give him Oblivion, put Essence Rupture on the boss, and then switch out of it really quick, step back, and go back to my healing life staff. Um, so my change weapon button, I actually have weapon 1 assigned to a thumb mouse button and weapon 2 assigned to the other thumb mouse button. I have 3 of them. And the reason I do that is because I want to have the ability, or if I just assign one button just to swap weapons, like you press it once, you have weapon 1, press it again, you have weapon 2. I was constantly over switching, switching to my weapon I wanted to and then accidentally switching back. I mean, it was terrible. So that's another important key binding for me is assign weapon 1 to a specific button and weapon 2 to a specific button, preferably something on your mouse, something very handy, very accessible, not on the keyboard. That's helped me tremendously. Another thing is the reason I wasn't using Void Gauntlet in here, which it would be nice, throw down an Oblivion in a big group that I'm healing, that'd be great, but there's no escape. If you want to be a good healer in OPR, you've got to have an escape. I use the axe because I like the charge. It's instant. You press that button and you're instantly moving. So if I get in trouble, I just mash that thing until I get out, pop a heal, go back in the fight. The other one that works really good or really well that I've used doing like solo elite runs is the rapier. The spin move, that thing's awesome. That's a pretty quick one as well. It doesn't go very far, but it's quick, gets you out of a jam in an instant. It's really nice. The burnout's okay, but there's a slight delay. So while you're doing burnout, if they hit you or stagger you, you're done. They can't do that with charge. The only thing you have to watch out with charge is accidentally running into somebody, or if you're in a group of bad guys and you hit it, you're probably just going to hit one of them and it's going to cancel out your complete, your whole charge. So that one is kind of iffy, but you'll figure it out the more you use it. But in OPR, yeah, charge is a godsend. But yeah, another big thing for healing, if you want to maximize your heals, I have, of course, the healing perk in the tree for light attacks. Every time you hit a light attack, it reduces your cooldowns. So that is a big, big, big thing. If you don't have that, you got to switch to that now. I forgot what it's called. It's probably something about refreshing. But yeah, that's a must-have because in the video you'll constantly see me throwing out light attacks. Light attacks are a quick little tiny heal for people, but anytime I hit an enemy with it, it reduces my cooldowns. And I actually got Will of the Ancients, I think it's called. Whatever the Lazarus life staff is, it's really nice. It has blessed and it has refreshing move. So with refreshing move and the cooldown reduction perk in your life staff tree, I can pretty much, as long as I'm hitting people, I can pretty much keep Light's Embrace on a constant, availability, and Sacred Ground comes back up pretty quick too. So anytime you're not healing, you should be using light attacks on the enemies. You're going to kind of help whittle them down a little bit, but it's going to get your cooldowns faster, and you're going to be healing a lot more frequently. And the two heals that matter the most in this is, in any situation, for me, Sacred Ground first, and then Light's Embrace. If they are in Sacred Ground, they will receive an automatic 50% more healing, which is absolutely disgusting. Plus, for every buff your ally has or you have, it does another additional 30% healing. And that's why, if they're standing in Sacred Ground, they've got that buff, they've got the extra 50%, that's 80% right there, and it is amazing. So if you can avoid it, don't ever just throw out a Light's Embrace. Put down the Sacred Ground, make sure they're standing in it, and then throw your Light's Embrace. You will be amazed at how much you can heal for. Even in heavy gear, you could still get 7 to 8k super chunky heals. It's so awesome. I love it. And that's how I survive. I just make sure I put down that Sacred Ground. If they knock you out of it, run back in, and then pop a lights and brace on yourself. And it's so easy. I just hold my mouse button and, get in there, pop it, and I'm good. Another button that I changed is dodge. You have to keep dodging. You've got to dodge. First of all, you've got the perk in the talent tree for life staff. Every time you dodge, you get increased healing. So I am constantly dodging. You have to dodge to stay alive, period, to get out of the roots, get out of the stuns. Watch this right here. They're trying to get me down. They just can't. Yeah, you're going to be dodging a lot. So what I did is I switched my dodge to spacebar because it's so much easier to hit than shift. So yeah, it's really nice. I barely use jump. The only time I ever use jump is when I'm traversing or getting up mountains. And shift isn't too bad, but that dodge on the spacebar is key for me. So I guess there's a lot of key things I do. And you might want to mess around with orbit protection. I personally don't. If you're running a crit build, I'm pretty sure orbit protection can crit, which is nice. But lights and brace definitely crits when you have a crit build. So if you have a staff with crit, might want to think about that because Sacred Ground, Blessed, or Beacon doesn't crit. But I love Beacon. I always use Beacon. I'll never get rid of it. It's such a fun tool to use. It's very helpful. And, it's those three heals, man. Beacon, Lights and Brace, and Sacred Ground are just, I think all three of them are undoubtedly the best heals in the game. So, yeah, that's, that's some pretty good stuff. Try to get those Barons. If you could be first to Baron, you guys get a buff. You lock their scoreboard so they can't get any points. But the main thing I wanted to show here is just how to heal. Make sure you have group mode off. Try some of these key bindings I've given you guys. If you don't like them, so what? Just give them a shot. Spacebar for your dodge. Self-heal with your mouse, side mouse button. And then the weapon swap. I don't even use that. I just put weapon 1 on the front mouse button, weapon 2 on the rear thumb mouse button, and I've never looked back, Yeah, that's pretty much it. I got first place, from standing in the middle, capturing the points, and putting out a lot of heals. I think I got over 1 million heals on this one in the OPR, so pretty cool, lots of fun. You know how I love topping those charts. It's amazing. I like it. And, if you're on top and you're a healer, your team's probably going to win because you're doing your job. You're definitely doing your job. So good luck, guys. I hope this was helpful. If I missed anything or you think I should add something, please comment below. Let me know what's up. And, as usual, have a good one and take it easy, guys.